Is my pleasure to welcome Camellia Rui, who will be talking about AI as a scientific co-pilot, but really it's just her experience with using AI, generative AI, and incorporating that in her day-to-day research. So here's it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Dave. Congrats to the award winner. I remember like taking screening. I was not never the first place. But yeah, congratulations. And I have some mixed feeling about David's leaving, and we'll miss you so much. All right. So it is recording. Okay, it's a recording. So hi everyone. I'm Camellia. I'm a fourth year PhD student working with Nick and Steven. And today it's my great pleasure to share my experience about AI, using AI as a scientific co-pilot, particularly my perspective from a biostat PhD student. And I hope after this talk, you guys can maybe learn from what I have been like lessons interacting with AI, and maybe try to like engage with AI in your own research workflow. Okay. So overview of this talk, I will start with my journey into AI and using AI as my co-pilot in my research, and also the perspective. I will end at the perspective on the AI era for researchers. So my exploration about AI tools start with everyone's familiar friends, ChatGPT. It starts with almost like 2 years earlier, and then everyone is starting to maybe using ChatGPT to debug and to copy and paste code into ChatGPT and ask for debugging. And after that, maybe paste the code back to your IDE and then to run it and see if it works. And later, I switched to Cursor, which is AI-assisted IDE, which is because like copy and pasting from ChatGPT to your IDE, either like RStudio or VS Code, is a little bit like redundant because you need to go back and forth, and sometimes it loses the context. So like for example, it gives you the right code with the wrong variable name, and you need to manually change it in your like script, and that just makes me nuts. And I switched to Cursor because Cursor is like a fork of VS Code. So if you're familiar with VS Code, basically you just have an extension of AI that help you along the way. So it knows the context. It can help you fix the bug right in place without just changing your variable name or something like that. And at this stage, I switched to Cloud Code, which is I think is even more powerful because it's a command line interface that you don't even have to open your script to change line manually, but you can just tell it what you plan to do, and it will plan for you and change the code. And even it can run on the background. But I will illustrate it like clearly when we go to the like individual slide. So as I said, like debugging with ChatGPT is not. So then after that, people switch to Cursor because, as I said, it has like a chat panel on the side, and basically you code on the left panel, and you can interact with like what it has on the right. And I actually have Cursor opened here. You guys see it? So just quickly demo when I was using Cursor, basically I have some scripts and I can just open out the script, and here is the right panel, and I can just, for one line and I want to change, maybe I'll do Command plus L, and it has the right context. It knows this is the script I'm working on, and this is the like third line I need to change, and I just tell them like what I want to change, and it will apply. And also you can do an inline composer, which is Command plus K, and you just tell it what you want to change right in the place. So that makes me feel so native because you don't ever need to go back and forth. You can just largely boost your productivity. And let me go back to my slide. Yeah, so that's the main reason I switched to Cursor. And as I can see, there are just several like magic spell for Cursor, and Cursor is also free for students for a year. So I encourage everyone to try. And so
Cursor is a kind of an app specific to VS Code, or does it work with other IDEs?
So it is a fork of VS Code because VS Code is an open source, right? And it basically built on VS Code to have the like chat panel. And if you use VS Code with Copilot in like Copilot extension, which is similar, it just felt similar because basically it's just like VS Code, it has a like chat built in place, yes, function. So what's even more exciting is makes me more exciting is Cloud Code, which is an AI coding agent that runs in terminal. So if you guys familiar like with interacting with terminal, writing bash script, you can easily just call Cloud Code. I can quickly show that I think on my terminal. Uh, yes, and is it like coming out? Yeah, it takes some time to start, but it's okay. We can go back to use it even in the cursor that's in my live demo. Sorry, I just pressed the wrong button. Okay. Uh, yeah, so basically it will open up such panel and you can just tell it like what you want to do. Like maybe I start with exploring the code base and what's your plan for today's experiments. That's how I engage with it. I think it will become super clear in my live demo that I just gonna show. So talking about Cloud Code, I cannot just not introducing like AI agent because Cloud Code is an AI coding agent. So what is AI agent? So people know like LLM is and what is AI, but AI agent is kind of a new concept of this year. People would say like 2024 is the year of ChatGPT or LLM, but people are saying 2025 is the year of agent or agentic AI. So AI agent is basically just LLM using tools in a loop. So when I talk about ChatGPT, basically you chat with it. It's like a chatbot, but it's the power is limited because it can just tell you something. But imagine if it has a tool, it can perform something. Like ChatGPT, it has the tool. Maybe it can book the flight ticket for you or summarize what you've done in your like past week in Slack or through your discussion with your like supervisor or pull out the commit from GitHub about summarize what you have been doing in the last few weeks, and even more, like it just becomes super powerful. And the AI agent is basically LLM. It performs some actions and it interact with the environment, and the environment gives it some feedback. The environment can be like human or anything, and it's just reinforce itself and enter the loop and loop over again. And until it converges, it will give you the optimal result. So imagine if we can just teach LM to how to like adapt to our coding style, to adapt to our like pipeline, our daily workflow, it will become super powerful because it will know what to do and it can like do it in super fast manner. So that's like what is AI agent. So then with that, I can introduce Cloud Code because Cloud Code is an AI coding agent that is super powerful. And so several lessons I learned through interactions with Cloud Code. So people familiar with vibe coding, this concept is like the software engineer is before ChatGPT, they just manually implement like each line by line. And after that, like the LLM can do the like code writing, generating code. And after some time, they suddenly realize, oh, they're running into a rabbit hole and how can I debug? And vibe debugging will become a headache for many like engineers or people like writing code. So there are several lessons I learned, and I will show that through the like demo about like that is what I learned through my engagements with Cloud Code. So the first one is planning. Because you need to communicate clearly with what you want and what's your goal with the AI agent, so it know what they are doing. So imagine like the AI agent, it can be a super smart undergrad student, but if you don't let him to go to class or you don't let him to read the textbook, it's not going to do well on the exam. It will use the wrong concept for the right thing. So that is like how you need to give the AI agent the context through your planning. And also the code generation, I will supervise the code generation. I will not just laying back and vibe code every day and after some time going back and see, oh, the results are off. And that will just make my life even miserable. So code generation, I will do it. What I will do is just supervise every change when you propose. And if something doesn't looks pretty off, I will communicate with it and clarify what I really want and let it to implement the right code. And the third one is verification. Verification is also important because as a PhD student and researchers, we have our domain knowledge. And if everything is correct through these first two steps, AI should generate the right figure that looks biologically meaningful or making sense to us, but sometimes it doesn't. And there's clearly some like simple mistake or typo in their code. So human verification will be very important to safeguard what it is generating. And the last one is involving the agent. So what I will do after those three steps, I will tell AI agents what mistake you have made throughout this process and what I really want you. So an example of this could be, I have a like people doing genetics might can like echo with that because I have a directory of data called data, and I have like 90, 100 genes each in their individual directory, and each of them have individual results. I want to concatenate all those individual results. So I prompt it and I said, could you just write a script to look over all genes and concatenate all the results? And it will tends to use Python script, but it will be super slow because Python needs to like do like file IO or all those stuff. But Bash script can be much more like efficient on this type of task. So I will just tell Cloud Code like, can you just remember that next time when I tell you to loop over all genes, you need to use the Bash script and to concatenate these individual results. And I will let it to write in their cloud.md, which is a protocol that every time it open up in this project, it will follow the protocol and it will just do the right thing and not just go into Python and write some crazy like file IO and then be like spend 5 hours to just reading those concatenating those results. So that's an example. Yeah, so I think I'm going to the most exciting part of this talk, so which I will do a live demo about my daily workflow using AI as a scientific co-pilot. So this is a simple task that I just grabbed it from my own research. I hope it's not a like very super fancy or like complicated task, but that is my daily work. So my daily work involves like if I just implementing a new feature on my software package, which recently I just implemented a new feature called pruning, which is actually inspired by Yifei. This feature should help us to improve our performance on the three metrics here, like the mean posterior inclusion probability, mean credible size, and calibration, which I don't need to go detail about those, but basically our methods and now is a little bit over like winning towards the other methods, but we actually have realized there's something we can do better, and I just implemented in my software. So what I want to do today is to rerun this analysis because I felt it's so tedious and boring to just change the file name, change the script, and I wish someone can help me to do that. So I will start with my IDE right here. Okay, so let me close this. This is not the right context. Okay, so can everyone see like it clearly? Like this on the left. So let me just give a brief introduction. So left-hand side is the like my workspace. So I just connected to the HPC, our high performance computing cluster. In this Happy Scientist demo directory, I have some scripts which I just grabbed the script from my own research directory, which is SCFM analysis, and those are old scripts, so this can be buggy. And here we have data, and okay, it's taking too long to open because I have like 90, 100 gene individual directory, like that's what I said here. I'm not gonna open it, but okay, so let me start by connecting in the terminal to my code. Okay, so basically what I will just do, is it too large, I think? So I should run to my working space. Here, go to the Happy Scientist demo. And the first thing first, I will call the plot code plot. So I hope it comes up. Otherwise,
Okay, where are you running?
where am I running
know,
this?
Plot, is it on the HPCC or is it somewhere else?
It's on HPC. So basically it can run into every terminal. Yeah, it can run in every terminal, either your local or HPC. It will work. You
What?
just install it.
Okay, you can install it on,
It's just
Alright.
two, maybe
Okay.
I can do a nine. Oh, sorry, I just entered it, so it's a little bit hard to get it out. But basically you just search cloud code and it has two command line, two line of, I think just one. You just copy that line and in your terminal, you just paste that line and they will install everything for you. So
okay,
basically
so
super
it is
simple.
installed, or you installed it in your account on Card.
In my one, Carc, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This is the terminal on the Carc.
Okay, you installed it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have been storing it.
Verify. You weren't running somewhere else and call it data on Card or something, okay.
Yeah, so basically what I just do is to call cloud and I will open up it on the terminal in the Carc. Yeah, so that is what I'm doing, maybe because I just,
Installed,
I haven't,
installed on your account. It's not pre-installed.
uh, what do you mean installed on my account?
Yeah, available to every user.
Yes.
Yourself.
Yes, every user.
Oh,
Every
it's
user.
on there, in other words.
Oh, I don't think it's through school. It's just if you wanna install it, you can go to the cloud code, the website, and then
Sounds like it's a local install.
Okay, it's a
Not
local
a
install,
universal.
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Right, not only local, but only by herself. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also like
User
HPC.
specific.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you wanted to use it on your own PC, or on card.
It will work. Either card, like HPC, which is their old name, or your local terminal, it will work. Just install it. And
You have to log into your own account.
yes, I think I give it like my email account. I don't know. I thought like cloud is free for students, or I don't know if their education plan, but
You don't pay for it?
I don't pay. For some plan, I don't need to pay, but if you want to use the max plan, I think for now it's not free. So just for exploring, I think I pay some money, but later I got through a coupon from the other organization, like online courses, and they teach AI like open source courses, and they give us like students for coupon, and they just go free for that. Yes, but if you just want to try and like testing it, it's free. Just use their plan. Just use I think the basic plan. I forgot if it's free or you need to pay some like $5 or something to try. But for the max plan, because they are using their like optimal model, or it's pretty costly for that. Yes. So where we are right now. So yes. So that's first thing first. I call the cloud, and it will open up the cloud code in my terminal. So what I will do is, can you summarize my code base? If I just enter a new code base, or if you guys just install Cloud Code, you need to first let it to run into your code base and you see what do you have, and then it has the right context to do the right thing, basically. So just let us give it several minutes because you can see I have so many like files and like data. Although I just want to do a very light demo, but I still copy like my whole data into this. So it's started to reading into my data, and you can see there are several gene ensemble ID, which is individual like gene directory. And it is now examining the scripts and their functionality. It read into my script directory and to pull out like what the script is doing, understand the input and output, which both of those are my input. Yeah. So it will ask me for permission to read into this so it actually do like recursively trace what I have in the script to like which there is another directory that might be helpful for the context. So it will go into like my old directory to read like some helpful information. So basically it will throughout to like walk through my code base in a very depth manner to understand what it is about. and I imagine that it will be completed soon. Okay, yes. So it gave me a report about what the code base is about. So it has a data directory. As I said, it has like I do remember the number, but almost 1,000 gene directory, and each gene has two files, the genotype file and the phenotype files. And I will have the scripts for running SCFM, which is my own project, single cell file mapping. And it is the main analysis script for each single genes using JAX. And this is the batch script paired with the Python script that can call the batch process to run individual gene like file mapping. And later on, I have an R script for method comparison, which I just showed is like a benchmark I want to compare with the other methods. And also this installation and visualization, this is just installing the relevant package using R. Because while I try to rerun the script, something like comes up and I realize I need to reinstall. Although I know it can do it like interactively, but it's for Cloud it's easy just to write a script to do so. And also I have a demo data creation, which I think we'll get to that later. So okay, so the key feature is summarized, which I think it has the right context. I recently add a pruning feature, and I actually just want to test if you know it, but apparently it already knows I have a prior covariance filtering with feature that I want to that's the reason I want to rerun my analysis. And yeah, it has HPC integration, which is also I teach it in my cloud.md, which serves as a protocol what I wanted to follow. And it has a job scheduler support with email notification, which means when it's finish or start or fail a job, it will send me an email notification so that I can check email on my phone. And I realize I need to go back to verify the result. And it's also so I don't need to like ask it again because it already shows here. It knows there's a recent update. On November 2025 I added a filtering feature. Currently I turned it off because I want to do the live demo. So the workflow is summarized for me is I want to process the individual gene with their residual genotype and phenotype. I want to run SCFM file mapping, and I also want to turn on or turn off the filtering to remove the weak effect. And then I will gather the results, and then I will gather this results through like batch process. Okay, so. It also said, yeah, it has a comprehensive documentation, which like last time I teach it to do. So it knows the right context and right thing to do. And so what I will do is I will call the plan mode. I think is, let's plan for today. I will first, so what we are gonna do first. So now I have the pruning feature turned off. And I want to turn on the pruning feature. So I will tell it specifically, we are modifying this script, which is my old script for the pruning feature turned off, to turn on pruning feature for filtering weak effects. And then when I gather those results, I will ask it to write so I don't have the concatenation script, write a bash script, or I just do write a script because it already have the context to write a bash script, but I just want to be super clear, write a bash script to concatenate result from individual gene directory. And then I will do when I gather the master file of all the after pruning genotype, after pruning the result, I will let it to modify this compare method simulation R script to adapt to our concatenated result files and generate the figure. And I think that will be my workflow for today. And what I also want to put is ask for clarification if you need, if you find anything is unclear. Okay, that looks like a comprehensive plan and workflow for today's experiment. And let's see how far we can go. Yeah, I'm not guarantee. I don't think we can finish it because like running that script will take 2 hours. But because those are like a thousand genes, so but actually just let's see how it can like how far it can go. So what it will. Yes.
So is the
Question.
markdown file in plain English or like how do you format that?
Yeah, I think throughout when it runs, I can just quickly show. So the markdown file is the instruction for Cloud. I didn't write it. I just tell Cloud to do it. Like every time I spot a mistake or spot something he always do and I don't want it to do. Like for example, generating the figures that I don't want. Like for example, if I just prompt one figure and generate 4 figures that show different angle of my analysis, I tell it I do not generate more than what I want. And write it in the cloud.md, which serves as a protocol. So every time it opens up a project, it will follow and I'll read through. And another thing I also find out is like it doesn't work natively with HPC at the first because it doesn't know how to like interact with HPC like CARP. I just started like keep using HPC because that's the old name, and it doesn't know how to open up a like computing session because if we want to run interactive job, we need to always open up a computing session for like small like lightweight testing, but it always write bash script. So I just like force it. I just say it. So can you write it in cloud.md and to every time if you want to test like one gene, you can open up a computing node and you just test that gene. And if it works, we can go into a bash script, batch process. But for now, because I think I just forgot to ask you testing, but let's see how it can go. So does that answer your question for this? Yeah, it's plain English. So let's see how it contain. It has a like Python path, which like the content environment or everything. I like work with this project, and it also have yeah, it has some like script structure updated and troubleshoot if the job still fail. You can check individual gene log or check if the data file existed and other nodes, including like where my SCFM package is installed. Because if I just tell them to see if SCFM, it doesn't know which like where, and it will just do a manual like depth first search on like my computer to search for SCFM package. And also environment conflict, which I think it encountered it before. So I asked it to edit to use the right path. And also the email notification are configured for my email address, so it will send email notification.
So do you type this or do you tell Claude?
I tell Claude to type it. Okay. So yeah, so it comes back through we are talking. It says question for, okay, I have a good understanding of the code base. Let's ask for clarification for a few points. So pruning feature, we use pruning effects on the trace norm form. Yes. What I have? I can actually just tell it yes. And for concatenating results, which output file? I see there are CS, pip, TSV. I think I just want to do CS, pip, TSV. Although I try to be clear, there's something that is not super clear because those files, I don't want those actual results to be in my figure, and I totally forgot it. But it remind me that actually I like my script will generate those 3 files, and I will just need to use one of it. So I will tell it when it asks for clarification. And for the R, I think should we concatenate result all genes or those have processed with specific filtering? I think for all genes, I think it is not clear. We will apply filtering on all genes. And what else? What should be the output for the concatenated file? I think the output just output. I think just just concatenate the file content is enough. And 4 and I think 2 and 3. Oh, I think that's for 2. CS the yeah, that's the answer for the second question. Let me quickly change that. And third is R script modification. So it's reading to, so this is the result. Should we adapt it to read from our concatenated file instead? Yes. Change the name. What type of comparison figure do you want to generate? Compare filter or non-filter? Compare to all filters result. Oh, I think the last one we can actually do, because in my demo, I just generate my own results for my own method, and I didn't have the method for the other like soda method. So actually, I just realized that we can do that because there's not enough data for this. So for third one, let's skip the script and run all of those big steps before. How many times? Okay, we are short on time, but let's see how far we can go. So it has implement the modification step by step. So it's first reading to my Python script, which now currently doesn't have the feature turn on, and it will enable feature turn on in my script, which is the main functionality I want to change. Yeah, so it generates, so it basically turn off this ignore for now the pruning disable, and enable pruning with the provided filter value. So it's just turn on a flag, and also document that in the comment, and also running without pruning, running without prior effect. I think the last line it makes a mistake. It should be running with prior covariance filtering. We turn now prior covariance filtering. Yeah, I think that's just a print statement is wrong, but yeah, let's just make it 100% correct. Oh, okay, but it's running without. Let me just be super clear. On the last line, print. This needs to be. Sorry, I'm a very detail-oriented person. It just makes me nuts. Right. Running with. I just so impatient, so I will like dictate it. Running with prior covariance filtering turned on. Okay, let me delete. I'm so impatient. Okay, running. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, that was sometime in my life about being mad about AI agent, but most of the time I'm pretty happy. Now it do the right thing. Now it do the right thing, and also I think the other main functionality was cracked. It just that part is like is making mistake. Okay, yeah, it changed the script. Okay. So let me update the rest of the script to properly handle the filtering. Let's see. So what it do is in my file map, which is the main functionality, it's just let me see what it changed. If it's not null, and it will apply the threshold I give it in the bash script to my functionality, to my script, and it will give the right thing. So yes, so I think it's by just reading through the code change, it is doing the right thing. So yes, so I think I didn't have time to get through like submitting it, but that is in our plan. So when it finish modifying the script, it will begin to submit into the cart, and it will generate the right results. And if it doesn't, I will verify and let it do the right thing. Go ahead.
This is cool. But you show that they make mistakes and you
Yeah.
correct them, or you help to correct them. Does it learn it, or does it repeat similar mistakes in future sessions?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. So in this case, after like it's finished generating the code, I will tell Cloud, I think, let me just do it. Okay, it's still changing my file, but let's write what I just tell you about the Let me stop it for now. Let me dictate again. Okay. Okay, it starts, it write down something about the mistake. Okay. So we need to be patient. It is writing down. Okay. Can you write down the mistake you just made about print the prior effect filtering things, because we just turned the prior effect filtering on and you said it we didn't without the filtering. Into, I forgot, cloud.md. So it will, let's see if it's continue. I think it's still, okay. Okay, you are absolutely right. I made a mistake on the script, and yes, it's still just, right, just changing the file. And what is said before, with new filter, and let me correct this and document it. So I think in cloud.md, it's just adding, but yeah, it is adding now. So it adds
Adding something
to the protocol. Yeah, so this is cloud.md, which is just here. But after I enter yes, it will show up on the cloud.md. It will says mistake made. I initially says without, and actually we turned it always on for the threshold of 2.0. And yeah, so when the filter threshold is provided, I should say it.
You have to explicitly tell to learn from this mistake.
I think with the newest update, it should be learned in itself. But just to make sure, for now, I just to double check, I wanted to say it explicitly. But I think it's constantly evolving, so that it's becoming smarter and smarter. And I just am afraid. I'm just fear it's just forgot it and just do the things again. So I say it, but I can try, but I know it's just like this just to say I go home and gonna try it myself. But okay, so I think that's probably the time for the live demo, and they will continuously doing the what I told it to do on the plat. So what I like most about Cloud Code and people like different like from like cursor is that it can do things asynchronously. So basically it can run into your background, and then it gives you push on your like email, and you see it is finished, and you can go back and check. And during that time, you can like read more papers or do the other things. So it just make it so flexible. So let me just stop playing with it, and I will finish that when go back home. So that's just a snapshot of what I have been doing here in my daily research. So my perspective reflection on the AI coding agent is context is the key. As we have seen, I need to give it in like explicitly about the context. Otherwise, it will, if I don't ask it to ask for clarification, it will make wrong assumptions and maybe using the like wrong script for doing the right task using the wrong script. And as like Confucius said, the people who has the true wisdom is to be honest about what they know and what they doesn't know, what they don't know. And also verification is essential because as you can see, I verify what has been generated. And here I think it's a like very popular meme is that when ChatGPT has some version, it just cannot count the correct number of the R's in the strawberry, and just it's just a meme. So you need to, so as a human, we need to be responsible for what it generated. So verification will be super essential. So, given the short time, I will just quickly go through one of my side project I've been like working on, and I'm super excited because I just interact with AI coding agent, and I realized that AI agent can be so powerful automating the mundane task. Can we develop an AI agent that specifically work with PhD researchers? So that was my question. And I think one of the things I doesn't like in as a PhD student, I don't know if you guys have can agree on that, is maybe summarize my supervisor's feedback because I constantly like asking them for feedback, and sometimes they give feedback like throughout the week, and I need to gather those feedback and going back to my research and to write down notes, and also my like during our weekly like before the meeting, I need to summarize what they want me to do and what I have been completed. And my one-on-one meeting is on Monday, so I usually just do it on like Sunday evening, and absolutely doesn't like it. So I wish that there's someone can help me to do those kind of boring work in my PhD that I feel like can be automated. So that I thought of AI agent because as I just introduced, AI agent can just like AI, it has the tool to do the right thing. So if it has, so that I should introduce MCP, which is Model Context Protocol, which is kind of like the connecting point that like a way for the AI agent to use tools. So if an AI agent has the Slack MCP, it can connect to Slack and retrieve those discussions with me and my advisor and summarize those like feedbacks. And if it has a like GitHub MCP, it can retrieve like my research progress through my commit on my GitHub. So it basically, if we give AI the tools to use, which is MCP, it will do the things for us. So just here's just one example. So last month, all of our lab members are going to ASIG, American Society of Human Genetics. For people who in the genetic field, you know how large is this meeting. It's just coming like people are coming from genetic testing, sequencing, or wet lab, or doing like statistical genetic, evolutionary genetics, just all of those fields related to genetics. So actually for this year, we have like 4,000 talks and poster. It's kind of insane for me to go through like which talk is relevant to me. And actually the like ASIG this year doesn't provide a really good tour to like a planner to schedule to go into your subfield and to look into what is interests you, which we complain about it. So actually what it gives is a like PDF of all 4,000-ish talks, although it has the other way to like retrieve those talks, but I think the way I find is just like 4,000 talks with titles in aggregated into a huge PDF file. So that is painful, and I just started to think if AI agent can help me to do so. And so that remind me of like what my side project is about. I actually before doing the PhD agent, I did a like retrieval augmented generation, which is RAG. I think Dr. Lee knows that. It's a side project, basically do a literature, just like retrieve the most relevant paper from my dissertation and to rank it and give back the paper that is most relevant to my dissertation and based and with a score. So with that, I think I can maybe build a PhD agent that can have such a feature. And it's actually not that fast. I haven't publicly advocate for this, but because I just wanted to build for myself and maybe other PhD students to use it, but it's super still on the very early age. As you can see, I only commit for like 15 times. So it's I just started like this spring, this September. So basically, this is the PDF for like 4,000-ish talks. It will take a while to generate like all of those talks, and it has more pages. I'm not going to look over all of this because that will be end of the day. And what I prompted in my PhD agent is that I asked it to generalize a personalized schedule for me to see what is the most relevant talk to my research interest. And also there are some schedule conflict. If there's a schedule conflict, I need to decide which talk I want to go. So my research interests actually start with just manually inputting my research interests as statistical file mapping, Bayesian approach, EQTL regulatory elements. But later I found it's not enough. So basically I upload my qualified exam thesis, so it will have more information about what, because it's local, so it is safe. It will have more information about what what I'm doing and what other people's doing. And the author of interest, I just put the big names in our field, basically Steve and Nick and all the other big names. Author of interest, because that will help me to narrow down what is the most relevant talks. Because if you, as a PhD student, you just basically monitor the big names lab, what they are doing and what the other collaborators are doing. And it just basically generates a schedule for me on like Friday, Thursday, what you will do. And as you can see, single cell EQTL mapping, which is quite relevant. Relevancy score, I think, is a little bit conservative. And it is a poster, and you can go into the abstract, and it has like Thursday. Is this Thursday? Oh yeah, Thursday session and Friday. I think the better thing I should rank it based on the time, but basically, it tells about what is the most relevant talks or poster relevant to my research. So from that 4,000-ish talks, I just narrowed down into 50 talks for me and my lab. So I posted on the Slack, and if he knows that. And Nick said, "Oh, thanks, Camellia. You just did a really hard work on like aggregating those talks. And actually, it's the AI agent did the hard work." So yes, that was a feature, that new feature I just added on my PhD agent. Let's see. So other feature, it can do the literature management. It can pull out the paper that is in our discussion in the Slack. It also can brainstorm with me, and it also can retrieve the meeting agenda with me and my advisor, and it can generate weekly reports for like my progress. So I absolutely like it, and I think it makes my life much easier. And I hope I can have more time to work on this side project. But since it's a side project, as you can see, there are just 15 commits starting from September, late September. So how can I write so much script? I'm not gonna manually write so much script. It's Cloud Code with me writing all of those wonderful, like amazing scripts to achieve those amazing functions. So that was it. So I think at the very last, people may ask, like, how do you keep up to date with AI or very helpful AI tools, I believe, for researchers? I think one of it is our learning tool, which is Noble LM, which is proposed by Google. And it is a kind of, I probably didn't have much time to go into that, but you can try it yourself. I use it when I need to summarize lots of information in a short period of time. During my internship, I just bridge into a new field, and I have so much paper. So every time on my way drive to the Genetech campus, I just put a PDF and let it to read for me, summarize, and it can generate the audio overview, like a podcast, like two people talk to each other. And last time I played with it, it can actually generate a video, like show a visualization of the concepts, just like a YouTube video, which is super cool. And the code-based understanding, so for our like doing more computational work and people developing methods, we need to compare with other people's methods. So what I usually do is go into a deep wiki, and you can just put the package you want to investigate it on. Like for example, here is the VS Code package, and it has a huge documentation, and you can interact with it, telling like your questions to find out the features, to ask questions about features, and it will retrieve the most relevant pages for you or the function for you. So largely boost your power of like understanding a huge code base. Literature research, I previously used Future House. They recently changed their name. And I felt like their UI is a little bit looks not that satisfying as before. But what I usually do is the literature. I just enter the query about like, has anyone done this kind of ideas before, and it will retrieve like from millions of paper to give me an answer about. And I think I have like, okay, I want you to help me search for something, and it's just so much text and it hasn't been loaded yet, but I interact with it a lot before my qualifying exam to do the literature review, and it's absolutely amazing on that. And the learning resources is how I know the AI agent is through a Berkeley open like a MOOC course online for free. I think it's last year is their first class, and this year they have even more advanced classes. So talking about AI agent, I was super amazed by how AI agent can do, because it's just like a superpower when it has the tool, and when you teach it to do the things, it will have the tool and do the right thing. And the podcast, I think on Spotify, I listen to No Prior, Latent Space, Training Data. All three are kind of AI podcasts, like from different angles. Maybe they invited from people in the business, entrepreneurs, or people as AI researchers to talking about their like feeling and perspective of AI and generative AI. So I think the field is just super fast and super exciting. So my takeaway from today's seminar is that AI is transforming the scientific workflow. For now, it's not replacing scientists. And I also noticed there are many scientific agents generated, like to help improving on the methods. But I believe AI still need to collaborate with human scientists to learn the domain knowledge and to evolve itself and becoming more powerful. And also, I encourage everyone, especially for students, to become AI fluent, not AI dependent. And also, at the very last, I think the main point of this talk is to leverage AI as your scientific co-pilot, as a friend, as a colleague, as a very smart friend or colleague. So yeah, so now happy to take any question, and I also want to thank you, all of you, to make this possible. My PhD advisor, Nick and Steven, also faculties Sandy, Chen, and Dave for give me this opportunity to share more about my journey with AI. And I'm happy to just talk to anyone interested in the field or interested in maybe building a community learning AI together. And for now, I'm happy to take any question.
Any questions from the room?
Can you circulate your slides?
Yes.
it'll be on the happy side.
Searching the slide.
I'll put it, yeah, it'll be on the.
What, if, when you're coding, not on part, then what IDE do you use? Is it VS?
Do use cursor.
It's
Yeah.
cursor. Okay.
Is cursor. Basically, it has the extension to connect to cart so that it just makes my life much easier. Or in the local cursor, I think it's just native, pretty native. A PyCharm, before cursor, I was using PyCharm, but basically they are similar. Yes.
And do you use, did you try using Copilot
With
along with Quad Code? Like
That,
together?
yeah. I felt like Copilot would be similar as an AI feature, like as a panel you can chat. But if I can just absolutely tell the things I want to achieve through Cloud Code, I think it runs faster. I don't need to manually go through. But at some point, if I really need to manually go through my like slides, but maybe just for the demo, it's pretty easy because I'm super familiar with the like pipeline. And if not, I would probably open up my script and has the like AI assistant on the side and to check what's is going wrong or something. I think at that point, Copilot would be very helpful. But basically, what I thought, I haven't engaged with it a lot. I thought it's just similar as Cursor because Cursor has the AI assistant on the side, and Copilot plus VS Code will be the same as Cursor. That's what I imagine. Yeah.
So I'm a heavy user of Cursor.
Yeah.
And, but I didn't use Cloud Code.
Uh-huh.
And I think I asked you the same question last
Before.
last meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
So you think the benefit of using Cloud Code is that it can
Asynchronously run the job. But yeah, but I do feel Cursor also have agent mode, right?
yeah. So that's
Do you feel?
because I really like to use the chat box.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So and I feel that the way you type it in the terminal,
Uh-huh.
it's less convenient than using the chat box. For example, your very first comment,
Uh-huh.
like check the folder. It
Yes.
seems to me that you can just add the direction of your folder
Uh-huh.
directly to the
Directly to chat.
and
As-
ask the chat to.
Summarize the code base.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I feel like actually just gonna be similar if you just give the exact same like prompt. I do feel I like the Cloud Code because you can actually open, like I heard of other people, software engineer, but not myself. They open up 7 Cloud Codes altogether running 7 jobs. And I felt that might be the way because it can run asynchronously run in the background. But Cursor now has the agent and I haven't tried. I felt like they probably do the same thing because everyone's trying to switch to the agent part to make it more efficient. So I do feel there are lots of alternatives compared to Cloud Code, maybe Codex, Gemini CLI, which is just command line interface. Those they are very like high competition, and people are trying to switch this to that. But it's just my personal opinion. I pretty like just running command line interface. Yeah.
So I have another question about your PhD agent.
Yes.
So which base model you're using Cloud Code to build them?
I think it's just Cloud SDK, which is their software developer package. I just started to build from that, and which model I think I didn't go in depth about which model, but at that time I think it just picked the most updated one. I forgot the exact like I I
To develop that package.
it's like a software developed package so that I build on that. So it will have the right configuration of everything. So it's either it use which model I forgot, but as you can see, I just kind of supervise it and let it to my code. But almost like what I felt like difference between model doesn't matter that much because as a like literature research, we don't need to worry too much about like which model.
Cause it's just doing the search on.
Just retrieval
from
and
the PDF
semantics.
and send it.
Yeah.
The literature search that you have.
Yeah, I just uploaded my dissertation, like they just read through it, they use like tokenize it and do the semantic similarity search and find like the paper that is talks that is relevant. So yeah.
So when you do a session like you did today, with Cloud Code, do you get like an HTML file at the end that summarizes everything you did?
Yes, that was generated from my PhD agent like last month. I just asked it to do the like a markdown file so that I can see clearly which talks I want to go. Yeah. So basically what I felt like interacting with it is every time you have question and you just ask it and it has the power to like solve everything for you. And also I feel like I'm coding in the like most popular language, which is not Python, is English right now. So it's kind of a change of mind, but I absolutely enjoy it. And I hope like it helps people in the room.
Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions? And I just say, I liked your last here, that you had at the end of becoming sort of AI fluent. I heard a comment from somebody in the job market, and they were, I'm not worried about AI taking my job. I'm worried about the person who knows how to use it better than I do taking my job. Right.
I agree.
And I think that's kind of what you're getting at.
Yes, I totally agree.
Tools to use to make things better, right?
Yes, and more efficient, like boosting the productivity. So people who are AI fluent will be at advantage in the job market.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you showed a link to a Berkeley course thing?
Yes.
Is that something that's generally freely available?
Freely available. It's a MOOC course. You can just sign up and watch on YouTube. So it's actually, this is for last year and it's a large language model agent and it has several courses. Recording is all online. So yeah, I do recommend. And I think there are several like Anthropic has AI fluency course. So I think the big AI company is moving towards AI for education. And I think like USC has just partnership with OpenAI. So I would imagine there are more and more about those stuff coming up. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
That's excellent.